Well, this is Dee and thank you for visiting my channel. And we're here at my studio trying to put together another journal. So this is going to be a botanical, and I'm just showing you right now quickly my process for making the signatures. So I was playing around with some AI and I was making some pages with some florals, with some vintagey tones to them, and I printed about 20 of those sheets. But then I went into my stash and I was able to find the coffee dyed, the tea dyed, the doilies that were dyed, ledger paper, music paper, all the other good stuff that makes the journal be very much a variety of textures and of pages, so that you have that feeling of eclecticness. So what I'm doing here is that some of the images were printed, of course, front to back, but I printed out about 30 sheets front and back of the florals, and then I also incorporated a little bit of a sewing stitching edge to some of the pages. And so I'm trying to make sure that the journals has continuity, but also that the three signatures, so this is going to be 3 signatures, will not have any pages that repeat within the signature itself. So there will be repetition from one signature to another signature, but not a whole lot, just a few pages that I needed to do that so that it would be able to get the 30 pages that I needed. So what I'm making here is a 10-page printed digital signature plus 15 total with 5 other elements in there. The doily, the ledger paper, the music sheet, etc. Someone's looking for me. Anyway, so basically this whole process is just, something that just a quick little show. I don't need to talk through every single paper. I think that's enough information. There is a page in here that is a medical form. It's like that pinky page that I coffee dyed. So I got them for free just to have something that's a little different. It's light enough that you could actually write on it. So I'm going to put these together. I'm fussing a lot because, like I said, I don't want 2 of the same back to back. And I'm looking to figure out which is going to be the center page. So each one has a nice center. And I'm dispersing the 5 extra bits amongst the 10 floral bits that I have here. So I want to put together the signatures, and then once I've done that, I do have some other bits and pieces that I already started to work on in order to incorporate into the journal. So here I'm finalized. I have it good. I'm happy with that. There's the outside original cover, and now we'll take it a little slow so that we can just see a little bit of what's going on. Okay, so 3 signatures, 15 pages, meaning 13, 15 meaning 13 pages, meaning 60 sides, meaning about 180, 60 sides, something. Yeah, about 180 sides to embellish and write on. I think I did the math right. And if you're other math teachers out there, don't laugh at me, because sometimes you just have that brain, oof. So I knew that I was going to have 3 signatures, so I pulled out 3 pink envelopes, 3 blue envelopes, 3 white envelopes, and I distressed the envelopes for the pop of color, and then some of the pages I had printed on cardstock, and then I felt like it was too hard, so I went back to regular printer paper. So you'll see that I cut them out and put them as part of mats to allow for some other decoration. So I'm just making sure that each of the signatures has a pink, a blue, and a white. They're going to be flip outs or flip ups. I forget exactly if I think they're, right now they're just all flip outs. As I go to actually adhere them into the journal, then I will definitely have a permanence there. Also, I might cut back some of those envelope flaps. They're very intrusive. And maybe print some other stuff, find some like floral washi, just because it takes up a lot of the page. And if it's just going to be there for me to adhere like a hinge, it doesn't need to be that big. So you'll see that I have, part of a page there that I put on the blue. And so I'm just going through and laying out those. Then I have some other offcuts, and I decide to sprinkle them in as well once I finish sprinkling in these envelopes. So again, I asked in another video that probably posted yesterday about, do you make your covers first with a theme in mind and then put together signatures, or do you find a singular item that then inspires you that you want to kind of build the whole story around? Like I said, I feel like I wanted to have one for, you know, botanicals. I wanted to have one for like a fashion sense. I wanted to have one for the animals, but that one I was inspired by the fabric that I found in the dollar store. I want to have one about food, about music. I want some horror. I want one that's medical. I have all these ideas as to the different things. So, and steampunk. But I need to learn those genres a little bit more in order to kind of be able to put it out there. I also have another one that should be coming up or might have already played as well, of me building a cover that has to do with documenting book genres, right? So I used to be an avid reader, and so now I want to kind of hopefully, you know, try to do some of that. So and in that video I talk about that aspect of myself. So here I am, I'm looking at how fat it's gotten. It's a little, you know, chunky, but I don't mind a gator mouth. This is for me. Like I said, I'm not selling these as of right now. Looking at what else I had on the side that I could incorporate. I got these stickers from the dollar store. There's a long street, you know, they were a penny. I wish I had gone back and gotten more. Because I was like, wait, and then they'll be like, oh no, it's not supposed to be a penny. So I walked away with two. And so, oh, here's where I'm taking the extra offcuts from the matting of the envelopes, so to say. So I'm going to make some pockets on each of the cover. It will tone down a little of that green, that bright green, which I loved. That it went contrary to the black floral vintagey cover, because it's like a vintage print. It almost looks like an embroidered curtain, the wallpaper. And so yeah, so I'm just, you know, putting things in. There's another piece I'm going to put to the back, and then I'll have extra pockets to stuff other things. I'm still learning about like what's the appropriate ephemera, what's real ephemera versus not real ephemera, but then it's like what's real journaling versus not. You know, I don't use a ton of junk. Like I've seen people say, oh, true junk journaling, everything is like trash. Well, I like the concept of the eclecticness, the grunginess of it, and using either items that you wouldn't expect. And for me, that's enough to call it a junk journal. But again, that's my opinion. If you have something other than that as your opinion, I would love to hear it. You know, write it in the comments below. I don't think any of us is wrong. I think it's what makes us feel good and what brings us joy and what makes us happy. And if it's pretty, that's a bonus. So, you know, here I have some of these plainer ones. I'm thinking about tags. I'm thinking about the ephemera that I'm going to have to create and the decoration. So this is going to be for floral. So I'm going to sew them in. And then the next thing you're going to see is it. Okay, so when we last met, which was a second ago for you, but a bit of time for me, I had just shown you pages that I was putting together, signatures. So then it happened. I don't know, I'm having really bad luck with this recording. Sometimes it's just like it wants to give me a hard time. Anywho, so I'm going to show you some more stuff. So basically I was so upset that I was like, ah, screw it, I'm gonna just do my thing, whatever, just, you know, finish this up and call it George. But I said, you know what, no, this is gonna be a video. It's gonna be a video. So you saw me insert a bunch of things. So I placed the pockets here that I wanted to place on the cover. These are stickers from the dollar store that were like 99. They're usually like 125, whatever, and I grabbed two because I wanted to add a little sparkle to the journal, and they were a penny anyway. So this is finalized. These are the signatures. So I actually glued this down because they were wrinkling up so badly, and they're so small, they were just an accent. And I was able to put in some of these pieces. Now I still need to cover this. I'm going to put a piece of book page there. And so I put in this. This I glued here. And I didn't glue all the way down so they could create a side tuck. So I need to decorate these flaps with something. I put a belly band on this page just because it'll hold, you know, something interesting. Maybe even this. This is a big giant washi sticker that I created by, I got a download from the last video. I was using some of the pages. Ooh. Daisy Avenue, something like that. And you know, they're like big sheets, you know, but I printed 4 to a page, and I, you know, cut them up, used them here and there in some of the washi type stickers that I was doing in the waterfall journal. And so I printed again, and you know, this could be a nice little piece that just hangs out here and a person can use it however. I say a person like this journal is going somewhere. So I kept going. Let's see here. I did cut down the music page. Then I have this flip up. So I still need to cover this, which I can do from there. Then, yeah, another one, a pink one here. So the first signature has 4 elements in it that I added besides trimming down the pages. There is something else I was going to do to the pages, and I'll do that later. So yeah, it has a flip this way. It's supposed to have a flip the other way, but I guess I goofed that up. Nice beautiful center. The other flip was supposed to go the other way, but I goofed that up. And the white card, the flip up, right? So now I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, this should have been the other way around. Let's see, can I? Oh, how funny. Let's see. It's on the same page. No, it puts them in the same direction regardless. Okay. That's funny. But you know what? The pink one can be, is supposed to be upright. So this is the first signature. The second signature, same thing. I just found different pages. This one only has 3 elements. This belly band that goes down this way, it's a little bigger, wider. I didn't waste not wanting that, right? So we had a piece, we put it there. Then I did cut this down. I have the pink one there, and then I have the blue one on the side of this here. So I struggle with where do I put the flip outs. I put them on pages that are more decorative, then I kill the decoration. But if I put them on pages that are blank, then they provide, I guess, for more of a hidden writing. So I kind of did a mixture of these two. The center of this one is another really pretty one that I had played around with and created. So yeah, that was that. And then this is the last signature. So again, this one has 4 things. It's got the pink, right, coming out of there. So this is what I mean, like it's on a plain one. You can write here specifically, and then it's covered. Still can decorate some more. It's not completely done with the decoration, but the structure, I guess, is what, yeah, I added these guys on the blue pages. They have that. I forgot to show you that before. And then this one flips the other way. And then we have, oh, this one. What happened? Oh, I forgot to take this one out. No. Okay, so I got some explaining to do to myself. There's one here, so maybe that's why I was like, why am I missing one? So that's why I had to put it. So we've got the blue, pink, the white flip out, and we have the belly band. Okay, so that means that this guy gets to get the white one, the white flip out, so we can put that someplace. You know what? I might just put it here. Yeah, so that's gonna have to be fixed later. Plus I have a bunch of ephemera on the side here that I want to add to it. So I'm just showing you, and then the last one's inside is this page here. It's not the fanciest, but I really didn't know. I mean, which one? I could move things around. Which one should we put? I think maybe we'll do this. Well, let's switch them out and see how that goes. Now, it would be nice if I would have kept track of where it was going to be. So this will be the center. This is a little... See, that's what I was doing. I was like, where do we have color, not color? You know, so that it would be like... So now this blue one is bothering me here. Let's see. Let's move it. I don't want to be next to another non-printable. See what I'm saying? So I had 10 printables that I did. And then I have 5 other pages that are not printables. Is he going to go all the way over here? I guess he is. Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, so I did show you one page, but on these blue pages, which are actually graph paper, I took some more of those stickers. So the blue pages, both halves of it in the thing have the sticker on it. Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. It was like I had to like kind of glue it down because it, you know, I was manhandling it, and it's like it's gonna fall apart and whatnot. So let me just tack this down. So what I'm gonna do now is I want to set up the pamphlet stitch. So I have my little template that I showed in the other video, because these are all Crunch and Munch. I have like 20 something Crunch and Munch boxes that I've been cutting down and prepping. So this is the third one here. Okay, so let me find another spot to put this and bring back the cover and the template. Where did she go? Here it is. This is my template. So I did this in a video, one of the videos. Oh, sorry. I showed that being done. Here's my little thing and my awl. And I do have some clips. I'm gonna probably not do... Oh, here you go. I was looking for you before. That's the one I was looking for. I was struggling before with some other a needle and stuff. So anyway, you need your clips to hold your papers together, because you know you are going to be turning the book around trying to get the needle through. So let's see. So usually a template will match from top to bottom. This one matches from top to bottom here. And we're just going to poke through the holes, which are the intersections. So I got 1, 2, 3, and then we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, so I have my holes here. I can see them. There's now holes here that are a little better. I'm just making them a little bit bigger for like a pen to go through. And we're going to now mark up a signature. So I'll show you one, and then I'll pause, and then I'll bring it all back. Okay, so now that this is marked, I'm going to put this up to the side. I'm going to, like I said, I'm make a little bit a bigger hole. Not too big. You don't want to go crazy. Just, you know, something that's going to be... yeah, I feel like I'm a little off. I'm a little closer to the front, but hey, you know, it happens. It happens. Still, you know, learning. The template is, I guess, it's a little off. So now I have to figure out how to adjust that and make a new one and call it done. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, this one is for me. So now we can see that the holes are right here. I'm going to use the black, this is from, where is this from? I don't know, the Beadsmith. Waxed Brazilian quartz. I'm going to take some of the black out and do it with the black waxed thread. Okay. Okay, so we're going to take out one. Ooh, let's take out a bunch because we're going to need three sets of this. So let's just unravel this a bit. Now, I'm not sure if I want to put dangles on this or not. I was thinking of doing it so that because we all talk about the dangles being on the bottom, right? Because we leave the threads in the center. But you could leave the thread on the outside and have some dangles from here. I don't know if that's something that I want to do. You know, because you still need to leave them kind of long so that you could lay the journal kind of down. So I'm on I think I'm just going to do them on the center. So, All right, so let's do this. So we're gonna have 1 length, 2 lengths, 3 lengths, right? And we're gonna cut that. That's for 1 signature, and then I'm just gonna get another one. So here is for the 2nd signature, and let's get for the 3rd signature. So I'm matching that up, and there we go, the 3rd signature, so I can get things out of my way. Okay. Okay, so we also have very small thing. Here we go. I'm gonna use this is kind of aggressive. Let me find the other needle. I think that was because the other thing I was using, sorry for the packaging, I needed to get through that. The eye of the needle needed to be bigger, and I was struggling with that. So this is good. So, you know, some people will hold it like this, and you're trying to get it in there, and that's a pain. You should hold the thread kind of short, and then you can use your fingers to get your needle. See, even this is small for this. Look, trying to show you a tip, and I'm looking like a fool. So here we go. Maybe this isn't this is the one yeah, this is the one. Why you acting a fool? Come on, man. Making me look bad. Let's try to flatten it. Let's go. Okay, here we go. Well, I'm gonna show you one, and then I'll do the other ones, and we'll come back. Oh, you know what? No, I didn't use this needle. I don't know where this needle came from. We're gonna go back to the chunky monkey. My bad. So the holes are gonna get bigger, but that's okay. I'm okay with that, and I could actually put something outside if it looks really horrible, which I'm not. I like the way the stitching looks on the outside. Okay, so this is one of these setups. So now I need a signature. This is the 3rd signature. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that she is nice and tight. You can take a ruler and bang that down in there, and then once you've done that, you put a little clips out on the pages so that they stay nice and tight to each other, top to bottom, etc. I somehow lost the thing. Okay, I'm talking and I'm not paying attention to both sides. Okay. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same height. These are 8.5 by 11 pages, folded. I didn't have to cut off anything on the top. The book page of the music page, I did need to cut because they're longer than regular standard paper. So I did have to cut off some because it was hanging out, specifically for this journal. So the Crunchy box, like I said, it's like a perfect fit. So you don't have to mess with when you fold it, you know. So I'm just saying. Okay, here's our template, and yeah, so we are hopefully, did I turn it? I don't remember. No, I think it was like this. That's another thing. I should have written top so that I can keep that consistency, but it's all good. We're gonna stick our Crunchy Munch template inside the seam. Okay, I'm gonna turn it this way because that's the holes that I'm looking at. I'm gonna see that it's a little bit longer than the page itself, but still. Okay, and then I want to mark where the holes are for my binding. Okay, and again, this is for me, so I'm good. So I don't know if you can see them, but I can see them. So I'm gonna punch through the hole. Okay, put your cover over here, like on the angle like this, and I'll punch through the awl. So that's one. I'm gonna punch through number 2 and punch through number 3. This is why I'm saying the clips are good, because you know you might be losing some of the handle on when you mess with it. So look at it. This is the top. Okay, we bring our cover, make sure what's our top, and then we're gonna start to bind in. We're gonna bind it in now. So I'm gonna go in. You know what? I'm gonna do it from the outside. Okay. So we're doing the bottom one here. So I'm gonna go in, right? From the outside, I'm gonna go in the middle. I'm gonna go into the middle of our signature, which has that hole. Hopefully we can go straight through all the pages. They have a nice hole. There we go. See? Then we're going to go either up or down. Doesn't really matter. Okay. So what we do want to do is make sure that we have some left on the outside. So we need to pull out the one that is shorter. There we go. And then we're going to go up, because it doesn't matter, to the top hole. Go through the signature. Let's go through the signature. Come on, through the signature, through the hole in the cover, out through the back. Okay, good, 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 good. Okay, we're going to now take that string out, make sure that this doesn't go anywhere. We're gonna pass it, bypass it. We're gonna go in to the bottom hole, and then into the signature. Okay, ooh, see what I'm saying? Okay, and then where's the hole over here? You know what, it doesn't go like that. Okay, right here, see the hole? Okay, I'm just trying to make sure that I can go through all of them. There is a hole through all of them. Let's go. I think this is like the fattest signature. There we go. That I've done. So I'm like, if I seem like I'm struggling, I'm learning. Okay, almost lost it there. So this is gonna come through. So we have our piece on the outside. We've got this on the inside, and now we just have to go back to the outside and come out. So now I'm coming out, and you'll notice that the string is on the other side. So I want to make sure that it's on opposite sides. The one that I started when I went in, and the one that I'm coming out with. Okay, so we want to tighten it up. I'm looking to see how my strings look in terms of whatever. So a nice little tighten, right? Everything looks good in there. And we're going to do one little knot. That's one. And then we're going to do another one. And that's two. Okay. And that's that. So this guy is in. This signature, the first signature, well, actually, the last signature of the book is in the book. All right, I'm going to pause and do the other two, and then we'll look at some of the other elements that I'm going to put into the journal. So, I feel like it's a little wonky, but we'll you know what? It's for me. So, yeah. All right, hold on. Okay, so she's done. Let's see. So, these being on the outside, I think they're interesting. I want to cover them up. So I'm just gonna kind of just, if I have any white, which a couple of holes gave me a hard time, but that's okay. They don't look, because there has a pattern there. You could see that it's a little bit crooked. Again, learning, hashtag learning. So, but again, this is for me. This is for me to learn, to be like, oh, look at what I did. So there is a little bit of off, meaning that they're a little lower to the curve, to the cover here. So I didn't line up my template as well as I should. I need to look at it again. There's something off with it, or the way I positioned it. It did get better as I went up to, so I did the last one, the middle one, and then I did the first one. So everything is sewed in. So you kind of want to open up and kind of like get your pages. So this is the going from the back. These are all the pages in, and I'm just making sure that, you know, I'm kind of like, I guess, training. So Already a gator mouth. Look at that. But again, I don't mind. I don't mind. All right, so what are some of the things that I want to bring into here? Well, first of all, I'm going to have to, you know, fix this and put it in there somewhere. So that's going to be another project. So let me just show you. I had done another video where I had ephemerized a book. I took like a 750 page book, which is really 300 and something, you know, sheets of paper. And I had made a bunch of different ephemera pieces. So I pulled out a set. I pulled out some of them for me to add to the pages in here. So well, this I won't add. This is going to be a bookmark. I'll probably put that in the pocket here. So, you know, then I'll have this little thing sticking out, the little topper sticking out. I also have an envelope. I was considering the cover to be a pocket that I made here. Glue this down so that this could be a pocket here. And it's covering a lot of this, but I don't know. I think that's the route that I'm gonna go. I had a whole other grandiose thing that I was gonna make, but I think this will be good. And then this will stay a pocket as well. I'll put a tag or something in there, and then I'll need to decorate something. I also need to figure out a closure. I was thinking of a ribbon closure, so I might just put the ribbon over here, and then it could also cover right above the tops of the back, you know. But I kind of like the look of the signature backs and stuff like that, so I'm not sure. Maybe take some black satin and then just do like a tie over here. So yeah, I'm on the fence. So it's things like this. So I had created this pocket, I created this envelope, so this is actually an envelope, right? So I can put that towards the front. That was an idea. I already started to put some of these washies to see how they would interact with the book pages, because this is just like a journaling spot that I had made. So I have a couple of these. No, I have one for each signature. I had made a little couple of booklets, so I just put another set of this. This is a different printable. She has individual flowers that are really long. Gail Agostinelli was looking at the tall flowers. That's where I heard about this particular Etsy person. And so I just put it on top to have a little decoration. So this is not at all being like super grungy at all. So there's that. These two are little tags, but they actually open up, and I had white, put some white here so that they could be written on. So I just need to add some toppers. So I have like 2 per journal. I have a big one that I have these big stickers from Temu. A little bit of a different kind of book page, and then I have these pieces in here, which I will leave. It's a little tuck, and I will probably need to put a pocket in here somewhere so that I could feature it, put it in there. So I have one for each signature. The pockets that I'm talking about are these. These are little simple pockets, right? So I made these, and I just need to and stick it down on a page so that that tag could go in. I also made this kind of staggered floaty pocket, so I need to find a page to put that, you know. So I could cover up one of those backs, and then I have a spot to put little pieces of ephemera, other stickers and things like that, if that was something that I was, you know, gonna do. Right. So then I have some of these that were like when I had all those scraps from making it, I just said, you know what, I'm making bases. So I could put it at a corner, and then I could decorate on top of it to make a cluster. So I pulled 2 of these for each signature. And then I have a hidden paper clip base So it's right there, right? So all I gotta do is decorate the front and the back, and I can put it on one of the pages. And the last thing I have is this corner piece that you can put it like this. It's put it like this. You see this first off, and decorate it simply, or leave it like this and just decorate the other side so when it turns over. So I literally have all of these elements for each signature. So I'm gonna add those in and I'm gonna finish that off. But I am gonna show you something else that I was thinking of doing. Well, I'm gonna do it, not thinking. I was thinking about doing it. I tested it. I kind of like it, so I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show it to you, and then I'm gonna put her all together, and then maybe I'll add another. I don't want to make this too long. I have to see how much the footage is. A quick little flip through of these things that I have, the ephemera pieces actually put into the journal. So I took a brush and I took my oxide. I'm using ground espresso. I haven't decided which color would be best. I don't really match all of my inking, so I'm not very worried about that. I'm trying to fix my hair. So not my problem. Some problems that maybe another person might have, let's just do it here so I can show it to you, right? With a journal is, you know, the writing. Maybe they don't feel like they could write here, or they're like, oh, my handwriting, this and that. So I had gotten this off of Temu, which is a, what do they call it? Does it say what this is called? Of course not. No, this is one piece. But it's one of these templates. Now, it's really thick. It's much thicker than a stencil. So you can't really use a blender. You need to kind of use a brush. It helps you to make lines, like for bullet journaling, I think this is for. I think if you Google bullet journal template or journaling template, you get this. So what I was thinking was, I'm going to put it on the page like this, right? And then I'm going to take the brush, get some ink onto it, right? That. And then I'm not going to go heavy-handed, but I'm just going to go a little bit like this. You know, I'm not going to make any specific kind of shape or anything like that. I'm going to do the whole page because this is a whole page, whatever. So I'm just going back and forth across the lines, right? Enough. Now, you may see that there's some, you can see some color on the plastic. Well, the glare is really messing with you. I apologize for that. But there's no way that I could do this without having that. Okay? And then you take it off and you have these faint lines. I think that would be a nice little add to some of the pages. It doesn't, you know, doesn't bother me. They're a little dark. Maybe use a lighter one. The thing itself is getting really, right, like really dirty. You see, I was seeing that, the dirt, you know, the pickup or whatever. Just wipe that off and keep it moving. So like, you know, with these pages that are like this, that are fully blank, maybe then I'll just take, let's take this guy and just like rip them into like a corner situation. This is my washi floral stickers because I had the washi paper. I'll link that washi paper below. Okay, and then I'll just do this. Bless you. And then, you know, something like that. I mean, I think that looks adorable. So on pages that don't have a lot of writing, so like I would do that over here again. Yeah, I think that, you know, and then this one might go here, depending if I wanted to, I could put this one here. Let me just show you, you know, and that's movable. It's almost like a bookmark too. If you want to keep it fixed, you could just glue it down. So this will make the page look so less empty. And then I could still put another piece of the washi down here because you could write over washi with the pen, right? Let's or I could add another one of those silver stickers. So that's what I'm gonna work on, and I'm gonna decorate the entire thing. Let's see, it's kind of like, it's almost the same width. Let's say I go like this, and I take this off here. Let's just decorate another little bit here, right? And then I take it and I put it down here. and I center it a little bit of an edge. Right, that looks cute. I think that helps dress up the page without killing it. And you know what? This could be perfect for putting right. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. So another trick, you know, even with these big stickers, take a little bit off. You know, Natasha mentions it all the time. I've done it in the past, so I figured out, you know, go like this. You have it down, and then you pull the rest and you plop it as you go. Right. So now that little flap is decorated. Right. So I'm gonna stop right here. Well, you're gonna see the full, whatever you call it, the full reveal, the flip through, in a second or two. But I'm gonna do this, and then hopefully I will put it all together in a nice little video, and it won't be more than an hour, and you guys can check it out. So I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back, and she's been zhuzhed, and she's been given some jewelry, so I decided to put dangles from the center on all of the strings, past and also at the spine. You know, when you're opening it and you're over here, or when you're over here, you can, you know, lay flat. So that was okay. I put the book pages on the front. I made a little plate here. These things are still drying. I'm probably going to put something on the beginning of this. I'm not sure what it's going to be. I might maybe print out the word flores, which is, you know, Spanish flowers. Made 2 long tags. Both of them are like this, but I was like, if I put it like this, I kind of didn't see it. But once I have the dangle on it, or topper, it'll be fine. Let me raise you up a little bit more. Okay. So I'm going to go as quick as possible because I don't want this video to be that much more than an hour, and I'm hoping that it's not going to be more than an hour. So inside here, I also made 2 cards. They're still drying. I do not like PVA glue, white glue. It's all bumpy. I can feel that it's still wet because it's cold. So I pulled out a bunch of different stickers that are floral based. They're, you know, teepy, but hey, you know what? They do the job. This little guy, just empty spaces, I put things at. So any of the extra washi that I had, because I printed a bunch of these from that I was telling you earlier, onto washi sheets, and it was like awesome, like beautiful, like, you know, you could tear them up. Well, I might have said this because guess what? This is the second time I'm recording this video because the last time the video didn't record. Anyway. So first signature, every signature has pretty much the same elements, not in the same positions, and maybe not decorated exactly the same. And when I recorded it the first time, I found some little gaps, and then I kept tweaking. So this is kind of done, but not exactly, because I still want to add a few more stickers and some more elements that I could create. I mean, I have belly bands, tucks, hidden paper clips, flip outs. The flip outs I still have to work on. Anyway, so let's just get to it. First signature, first page. We open up to this. This is that technique that I showed you earlier, so I have included it into the pages. On my blue papers, I added this little silver. I don't know if you noticed back here. I had put the silver as well, so there's a little hint, like a little sparkle. I didn't put any 3-dimensional bling in here. These puffies are kind of, if they get in my way, I might take the sticker puffy out of there and put it with glue. On this one, I just took a piece of washi, put it here. It looks like a pocket, but it's not. The other part I put here to keep the tuck going. So, you know, we have this as a tuck, so it'll hold whatever you want to put in there, or whatever I want to put in there. And then the flip out, and like I said, I still need to do this, and I need to find some book pages for that. I probably will put some kind of cluster or some kind of other feature with florals here, so that's another thing. Anywhere there was a rounded kind of shape, I did a light brushing of the stencil to kind of give the air of the lines, but not so harsh that it would make you think you couldn't just draw over it or glue on top of it. We have the book pages. Now, each of the book pages, they had the chapters, had the letters that were really big at the beginning. I started just covering. So this is another dollar store. It has a little sparkle to it. It does have some depth, but so far It hasn't bothered me too much. She's a chunky monkey, but that's okay. I like the gator moth. I'm fine with that. Behind the belly band, I put this. I just put a full washi sheet on top of it that had the florals that go with the theme of this being for botanical florals. Again, more of the writing lines. My paper clips, so I wrapped it around. It's just, you know, there's one in each thing. You could mark where you are or what page you're working on in whichever signature. I left a lot empty as well, so doodling and things of that nature. Here's a cluster, and I had to go in and find a sticker. There's a lot of disconnect. Most people will say a lot of disconnect. Eclectic. I don't mind mixing, matching, whatever. It's all good to me. If it's pretty, it could go. So we have some more blanks. This coffee dyed line paper, I put the page hugger. It was on the bottom, but it was falling off. I put a piece of washi. I made this little shape. I cut it out from the interior of a washi, one of the washi rectangles. And then I just, on the other side, put one of those pink things. This is the center, lovely page, just to have as an open there. Again, this has that curve, but it's so dark, I didn't want to add lines to it, so I just left it alone. I put a cluster here, very vibrant, another type of flower. These are labels, my labels. I have them in my Ko-fi. I stamped on top of them, then cut them out. I'm still working on adding to the file of the labels. Right now they're just blank in all different sizes and all different shapes. So they're there at my Ko-fi if you want to take a look. This looks like it's the open page, but it's actually two different pages. It happened to wind up like that. See, so I want to figure out something to do here, but I don't want to force the issue. I could have put more washi, but I don't know. Maybe I will, just because it just feels a little like lost. Anyway, so like I said, it's not 100% done, but it is pretty close to being done. Again, more lines brushed in. This flip out. So this is going to be, needs to be decorated and covered, and I can do that while it's attached. On the back of that, where the hinges, I cut down the envelope flat just enough, like, you know, half an inch so it could glue. And then it was just this white bar. So since I have this paper in there and this is the cutoffs, I put it here and it feels almost natural, like it should be there. It's not jarring, which I like. So I guess, you know, that's a good thing. If you've seen it already, you know, come across it and it's there, it doesn't like, here I am, to your eyes. So this is what I was saying with the washi. I was able to like use pieces just to add some color and some vibrancy. And what I love is that, you know, it is washi paper and sticker. So if I want to take off this little point that was bothering me just now, just go in there and I'm able to, you know, change up the shape of the washi and fix it. It's alright, it's a little better. Washi on this side. On this, I had these puffies in silver and pink, so I just put it so there would be something there. This is a tuck. Again, it holds the item. And then on this side, of course, the flip out, more open space. These blue pages all have these silver vinyl stickers from the Dollar Tree. In my Dollar Tree, the whole strip of these were a penny, and I grabbed two of them, and I was, you know, I paid for them, and then I found out that it was a penny, and I feel like going back. Maybe will, because I used them all. Here is three different types of stickers. It doesn't bother me at all. I added toppers to the two tags. You know, I showed you earlier the tags with the washi prints of florals. So again, it opens up and there is writing space in there. And then I had leftover pieces of this that were printed on cardstock, so I did this, right? So it's white on the back, but this is the front. You can see the pattern texture. And I took the washi and I just grabbed out a piece from there, and I made this little journal card and stuck them here. You know, I feel like I should probably ink around here. Maybe I will. So that piece is what went to the other decoration of the hugger. Okay, we keep going. We have this, the end of the signature. We're in signature number 2, so we have another nice little florals here with the doily. It almost looks like they make a hole. That was not intentional. That just happened that way. This cluster was missing, so I just added another element, which I think I could incorporate a little bit more, which is this coffee dye tag. It's the only one in the journal, but like I said, I'm still dressing her. So I may make some more of these and add them in a way that's something fun and interactive. I haven't decided yet. This is another piece of washi tape from a different set that was greenish colored, and I just stuck it there because it felt a little too blah. So that was that. And again, we just keep going. We do that cross. This time I put the lines on the full page, and then I felt like I wanted to, you know, limit it a little bit, and so I put those pieces of washi. More open space. The blue has the silver. Here's another one of those paper clips in the second signature. More of that background. The belly band, I just put the envelope that had the foliage on it. And these big stickers I got from Temu. They're actually pretty. It's weird because the clear is kind of shiny, but the actual greenery is kind of like on the matte side. So they're okay. I like them. I like them. They're nice and thin. Here's another one of my loud clusters. More of that in the curvature. On this one, in the pink, same thing as a tuck right here. This is the flip out. Needs to be addressed. This one was one of those journal cards that opens, so I decided to slap it down, and then they could be doodling around it, and made a tip in, so it's right there, and I could still have some hidden journal. Another one of those washies. Here's another one of my staggered pockets from the Ephemeratize book, and I put different things to cover the letters. There are letters there. I have this, I have that. I need something in here. It's a little off cut. Let's just put them up here just because. You know what? Let's leave them in there as a journal card. Let's put them there. So I love to use this little stubby one. If you could see, it looks like a little. I don't know what it looks like. It's a thing sticking out. I like that. Yes. So instead of having just a round corner, I like to do that for my journal cards. Rounded corner. So we'll just stick them there. We got another journal card. Great. We got some more black in the system. This is the center. Again, I used pieces of that page that was like offcuts, and I just made it staggered so it wasn't a straight line. And I put it there to cover the flap of this fold out, right? Flip out. So just ideas as I was decorating. Here's the pocket. I just put a washi sheet in here for future use. Just a nice little thing to hold the pocket. Again, more of this. Now I am noticing on some of them that I don't get as into the crack as I would probably like to. That's because of the stencil. The stencil has a margin. It's acrylic-y, that plasticky, thick plastic. I'm going to see if I could slowly slice away and make it a little bit narrower so that I could get in closer for if this ever happens again where I want to, you know, I don't know, what do you guys think about this idea? So, you know, I'll probably use it again. Here we go in another flap, and this is an envelope that I made because it has florals. I included it. More blank pages, more of this in the curves, right? Very light. Silver on the blue, right? So there's blue in here, the blue hues and stuff like that. So that's why I included it on the blue. This feels like I'm missing a lot of stuff here, so I may need to do a little something there. Here's the hugger on the bottom. It still comes off. They're not attached, right? But it feels more secure because this coffee dye paper is thicker, a little more wavy, so it doesn't slip and slide. So here's another one of those silver stickers to keep the silver going, and this is the back. And now here we've got my final signature. And we've got this. I actually also had to fix it a little bit because it was feeling a little loose. And I mean, this was the first one that I had done. So I kind of like fixed it. It was peeking out a little bit. It's still not perfect. But again, my first time doing 3 signatures. So, and the template is probably a little bit off. So again, the silver on the blue. We've got coffee dyed. The stencil. We've got this is not a cluster, kind of, yeah, but no. This one in behind the belly band. We've got the other one with the washi, full washi sticker. We've got our third hidden paper clip. We've got another tip out that needs to be addressed. Not tip out, flip out, I don't know. Another, so on this one, I just took a full-on sheet on the diagonal of the washi And then this is another tuck-in. This is another tag with a pocket that I made from the book. And let's keep going. So I just a little bit of washi, you know, here and there. I decided where I needed, like I missed on some of those pages. I need to go back. This is kind of loud and bright and stuff, and that's okay. I have a little tiny brad of a heart. Thought it was cute. Doesn't puck through because I put it through the flowers first, flattened the legs, then glued the whole flower to this little cluster. Okay, this is empty, could use something, but on the back I put, again, we've got these here, and I did another one of those cards with the washi cutout to make that hole. I think that that's cute, but I feel like I am missing the inking. The inking was light on these, so these have the washi on there. Got this one was a double page that was round and round, so I tried to see if I could line them, you know, make them look like they're lining up. I think I did a decent job. A wide open, you know, the center, so we're almost done. More of this. This I did after the fact. I was like, this page. I added a pocket on the back with these little stickers. You know, they may feel like, oh, they're a little cheapy. They're from the dollar store. This was another piece that was left over. Made it a card. Made another tag off of this. This is the more interesting side, but she also not that pretty, so I just put them together there. But this is one of the washi things. I just got all the rough edges out, and I made a little edging. It's all flat and stuff like that. You could attach more things to it. So I might wind up doing that on some of the pages that are like really feeling kind of empty. So we have that. So not all the signatures have this pocket because it was extra, so I started putting the extra stuff. Here's my flip out. Again, covered it to cover that. It makes it feel cohesive. Here's the other. Some of you may think this is upside down. It kind of is, but the page has the other one the same way. So there was no way for me to, if I turned it, the other one would be upside down. So we're going to ignore that. We're going to pretend that this is good. This one is where I attached the other piece of washi, and I think I might add some more things once I find a few more labels or whatever. I am going to add some Tim Holtz flowers and stuff here. I'm not sure about adding any butterflies. I mean, the kind of flowers and butterflies go hand in hand, but we'll see. The lining, then I did the washi. So this was one that seemed very wide and open. There was only this little piece, and I think there was a piece under here, something really small. So I just did this with the, you know, with the washi tapes sheet. And then this is made from the ephemerizer book and the pocket as well. So I have a washi sticker here, and then just on the top, because this was kind of like the messed up page, I kind of wanted to dress it right away. I put another piece of the thing, but I left it like almost like a storefront. That's what it makes me think of. And it's just something cute. The other side does need to be addressed, but I don't know yet what I want to put there. So that shall be done later. So it's like really just what weird. I might need to put something this way, maybe some washi, maybe make a tuck out of something. I'm not sure. I have more wallpaper that I could add. So for example, where did I put it? Now I want to find it and I can't see it. Oh crap. Where is it? Oh, I'm not trying to stall the video, but this is no bueno. Why when I want something do I not find it? Frustration. Anyway, a piece of the wallpaper that matches. I need to incorporate this design into some of the pages, so that's going to be something else. That's going to probably be the added on. But I mean, for real, this is kind of like, you could say it's done. You know, I went through, I added all the things. We have that tuck spot over here, this flip out, some more washi, and then that's that. So then on the back we have some more washi we can use, another big journaling card, and that's it. This is my flower journal. So if I let her go, she's alligator. But that's okay. So I still need to do the closure. And like I said, I want to incorporate more of this black wallpaper into some of the pages so that I could add that a little bit through each section, and then I would consider her like done. Anyway, hopefully it's not longer than an hour. I'm gonna leave this in. I'm gonna leave the other part in. I'm gonna cut. I have to go to editing now. We have to edit, and hopefully you enjoyed this whole process, and you'll come back and check out the stuff I'm doing again. If you are a subscriber, thank you so much. If you're new, please subscribe, like the things that I do, like the video, and leave a comment. I know I asked a bunch of questions. You know, we rattle. I'm a fast talker. I'm sorry if that's a little for some of you guys, but that's me. That's who I am. So until next time, thank you so much for dropping by and spending some time with me. And until then, ciao, ciao. Bye.